Hey guys, Stuart here from Transform Fitness Training. Hope you are all well. I wanted to do a quick video today on proper push-up form. So the push-up is one of my favourite exercises. It's a great move to work the chest. You can do it almost anywhere. It's super beneficial, but I do see lots of people doing it with poor form when I'm at the gym. So I wanted to make this quick video to kind of go through a few key components of how to do a good push-up, and then we'll have a wee look at some of the common faults that people have when they're doing it themselves. Hope you enjoy. As always, please feel free to leave any comments, any questions you have in the comment section of the thread. So the first thing we want to do is get ourselves set up for the move correctly. So I've just paused the video here showing me at the top of the move, and this is how you want to start and finish every single rep. So you'll notice that my body is pretty much straight from head to toe. My core is engaged throughout the whole movement. My hands are just kind of directly under my shoulders, or maybe ever so slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and my elbow crease is facing forward, not to the side. So this sets us up nicely because we want to try and keep our elbows close to our body throughout the duration of the move. The other thing I want to highlight is the position of my shoulder blades, my scapula. So at the top of the move here, they are protracted, which means they are kind of pushed out in front of my body, and that's the way they should be. They're also in a fairly neutral position, so they're not elevated and they're not depressed. They're just nicely in the middle. Now if we look at the bottom part of the move, you can see that the line of my body is still dead straight. I'm still engaging my core, and importantly here, my elbows are tucked into the side of my body. They're not flared out to the side. You can also see my shoulder blades here are more retracted, so I'm kind of pulling my shoulder blades together at the back, and that's what we want. So we want to have protracted shoulders at the top and retracted shoulders at the bottom. So let's unpause the video and have a look at a few full reps. What you can see here is that I'm using full range of motion. So my arms are fully straight at the top and my chest hits the ground at the bottom, and that is what we're aiming for. We don't want to do half reps. We want to strengthen our joints and ligaments just as much as our muscles, and by doing full range of motion we are going to give ourselves the best chance of doing all of that. So try not and cheat your reps. Straight to the top, straight to the bottom, make sure your chest hits the ground. So now that we've seen what a push-up should look like, let's have a look at some of the most common mistakes that I see happening in the gym and online. So the first one is hand placement being too wide, which means that you end up flaring your elbows out to the side. As you can see in the top portion, my elbow creases are kind of facing in towards my body, which is going to mean that it's natural that my elbows flare out to the side. Now, if you then look at the lower portion of the move, you can see that it just looks uncomfortable. This is putting our shoulders into a position that is not particularly good for them. So you really need to try and keep your elbows tucked into the side of your body. Now, you may not have them tucked in to the same extent as I do. We are all different, we've got unique physiology, so find the position that you feel most comfortable in and then go with that. The next common example is where we don't keep our body in a straight line, and in this one we have got an arch in our back, and when we lower down, our hips touch the ground before our chest. So you always want to try and keep that hollow body straight line when you're doing your push-ups. This next one is where you lower yourself down well, and then you push up with your upper body before you let the rest of your body follow you. So you kind of, again, you end up arching your back, and I see this quite a lot when towards the end of a set, when people are starting to get tired. This tends to happen. So if you find that you're doing this, you're done, you need to stop, have a rest, potentially move to an easier version of the exercise. In this one we're doing the opposite, so we've got a bend at our hips, which is, if anything, it's just going to make the exercise more difficult. So once again, keep that body in a straight line. The last common mistake that I want to highlight is the gooseneck, where we're leaning our neck forward towards the ground, and all this does is puts strain on our upper back and our neck, and it reduces the range of motion of the movement. So this is another one that you want to avoid. So that's it, folks. Those are the most common mistakes that I see people doing when doing their push-ups. I'm going to finish off the video with another clip of what proper form looks like. Hopefully you have found this useful, and if you have any questions or any comments, then please just comment in the thread as normal. Thanks guys, bye bye.